Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to NDB Media's Saturday night program, Dating and Relationships in 2024. I'm your host, Roger Noriega. Why don't you let me know who you are in the chat room? And if you have any comments, questions, or, well, I was going to say statements, but those are comments, go ahead and fire them off in the chat room. And I want to thank Lethal Migraine. It is cool. He is showing me some food porn right now, which is really good stuff. Dinner burritos supreme with adobada pork. Really good stuff. I'd love to show the image right now, but it came from a private message, so I'm kind of leery on showing that stuff. But I do want to thank Lethal Migraine for that. Ooh, he clearly outdid what I did today. I went out to a restaurant and got a few tacos. They were fish tacos from, I don't remember the name of the place. Let me see. I should remember it right now. Let me check. Ah, just their phone number shows up. I guess I didn't program it very well, but it's a restaurant in Chino, California, and it's real cool. It's good stuff, and I think I had 5 fish tacos there, and they're really, really good. I want to thank my assistant Claudia for introducing me to that place. Really good stuff, and hope she's doing well. The good news is my sister. I have 2 older sisters. One is 7 years older than I am. The other one is 9 years older, and the one that is 7, Alma, she was hospitalized for a few days, severe infection, and she went home today after being hospitalized for about 3 days. So I'm really happy about that. My mind obviously was somewhere else, on family, and feels good. You worry, as you know, I lost my older brother. It's he was 8 years older, and he passed away on July 7th. And then the very next day, the anniversary of my father's passing in 2019. So that one was kind of eerie. And for those of you that remember the death game, and I know I'm a bit morbid on Thanksgiving, right? I guess the holidays are here, but it was the game or the movie where they're on an airplane, and I believe the guy interrupts the flight, and they all, alight from the flight. You look up the word, and they cheat death, and the death comes back to collect them. And that's the whole theme of the movie, that no matter what, in the same order that they should have passed away on the airplane crash, they are eventually collected in the movie. But on the DVD, my point is that there was a death game, and you asked like 5 or 6 questions, and I got the same date over and over, and it kind of freaked me. I said, it can't be that lame. So then I asked other family members to fill it out, and they always got a different date. It didn't matter how many times they did it, always a different date. And it freaked me out. I don't believe in those things, but since I kept getting the same date over and over, I kept it. And for the longest time, I believed it was going to be March 19th, 2019. It was that eerie. And it was very easy to remember March 19th, 2019. And I remember what I was doing in my life too. And I was resigned that something was going to happen. But if I did see a truck with a bunch of logs on it, remember that was the second movie where there's an accident and I guess the truck crashes and logs go flying into cars and takes out a whole bunch of people. But anyway, that's on the negative side, and I'm sorry. Congratulations. Congratulations, Lethal Migraine. When you have to do that, you're on your way. So good stuff. I hope it comes to pass. It's going to take a few months. Civil service always does, but it will be rewarding and it will be good for you. I have 33 years and I'm done. I am done. Physically, I'm done. I'm having a cup of Joe. I can't say coffee because Lethal Migraine on several programs, he was known as Coffee 77. And when we'd say, I'm going to have me some coffee, it just doesn't sound right. So we'd always have a cup of Joe. But that is good news, Lethal Migraine. And forgive me, being a little sloppy in the beard. I've been trying to get rid of this beard for a while, but it just hasn't come to pass. I'm gonna have to get rid of it for the holidays. But like I said, really happy. There's been some good news as far as my siblings, so I feel good about that. If we can do a roll call, everyone who's watching, just drop a hi or a hello, and let me know if you have any questions. I am a kindred spirit. We're here on a Saturday night. A Saturday night, okay? So, by all means, fire them off. Tell me what you think. Tell me how ignorant I am when it comes to this stuff. Tell me, oh, this is cool. Well, hi, Sammy. How you doing? And can you ask him what TSA pays and what age limit for the job? Lethal Migraine, who is over on Twitch. Hi, Jan. You're from Laredo, as in Laredo, Texas? That is cool. Sammy, where are you at in the world? And Lethal Migraine, I believe you're still in Minnesota, right? So let me know. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, hey, it just looks old. But thank you. Lethal Migraine is in Minnesota. Sammy, where are you at? Where in the world are you? So Wenatchee, Washington. So that's the West Coast. This is cool. So Lethal Migraine says Minneapolis suburb until I get that job. Oh, right. Understood. TCA can take you across the United States and to territories such as the Pacific, like Guam, maybe, and Puerto Rico. Yeah. So, which is where you will be at. You're going to be at SeaTac, huh? At the Seattle airport. Yes, I've been there. I've been there a few times, and I'm looking forward to returning. Making a bunch of decisions in my life. As you know, I've had a work injury that I've been working through, and I don't think I've mentioned that, but it's kind of been implied. And it's in my neck, and it looks like there's finally going to be resolution. I have compressing discs. So long story short, the core of my spine has a disc that compresses, and it hurts like a mother. I used to be able to do 5 or 6 programs a day. I could do 10 to 12 hours. I could do those right now, but it looks like everything's going to be fixed soon, and I'm really looking forward to that. You get premium pay there because cost of living is high, so it starts at a little over $30 an hour. Oh, I have had neck issues. What caused yours? It's for the type of job that I did. It's the best that I can tell you. I started with my employer back in 1991, and it was before computers, even though I had one of the very first computers back in 1996. I remember looking at our email list, and there were 2 of them, division secretary and me. There were 8 people in the department that had emails, and I was one of them. I was no one at the time, but I had an email, and now there's like 5,000 email addresses for the department. But mine developed because of the type of work that I did. I am clerical, administrative, so I did a lot of paperwork, and then I did digital paperwork. For about 10 years, I was the record keeper in LA County for all of the streets, signs, stops, no parking, all that stuff, markings, like the stop ahead, 55 miles an hour. Striping, those are the lines that you see on the road, the yellow and the white. The curbs, which are red, blue, green. I forget what other colors. I'm sure I'm making up some of them as I go. The raised pavement markers, those are what they call the BOTS dots. Those are the ceramic little dots that are on the roadway. And eventually thermoplastic, which is instead of paint, they use this paste. It has a lifespan of 3 years compared to 18 months for the other paint. I know that stuff. I was a record keeper for at least 10 years of my 20 years in that division. And I remember that we had, at the time when I left, 166,000 signs. And that's just in the county areas of Los Angeles. That's not LA City, Pasadena, Glendora, all those. That's just the county areas. And it was amazing. So the type of work I did, I was hunched over a lot. So my neck was always hunched over as I was doing paperwork. And even now, for the last day and a half, it's been somewhat painful. So I have to take it easy. And more than likely, this is an ignorant person describing his own situation. I am expecting to have some sort of surgery done to relieve that pressure to my core. I finally saw the imagery within the last 2 months. And the core of the spine, you can see the indentation where the vertebrae is protruding into the core, which is squeezing it. And that's what caused a lot of my paralysis on the left side. So I have that as well, and I'm looking for resolution on that. So Lethal Migraine says, my dad worked for the Feds. He worked for the FHA. He got an early retirement because when they switched from typewriters to computers, he didn't want to learn computers. Well, I did. I was excited about it. I set many policies and processes, and there is a memo in my name. But once I completely leave, I can talk about that. Well, yeah, I can talk about that. Because, folks, when your job started in ages ago, there were never any rules, handbooks, or anything. It took idiots to do stuff for them to write handbooks and rules and things. And I would see memos. I actually wrote memos changing procedures or things that they had to do, SOPs and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, that's the Joe Hernandez memo or whatever. And I always talked about, when am I going to have my memo, arrogantly. And sure enough, and my memo is a department-wide memo. It goes around every year or every 2 years. And when I saw it, after 2005, I think I saw, about every 2 years. And when the memo would show, I'm like, oh my God, that's my memo. So, Lethal Migraine, Sammy says, thanks on that. So I have that now, and I'm looking for it to be resolved. It's something that I've had the first earliest. How about the last earliest? Ugh. I need another hit. What are you guys drinking tonight? Sammy, what do you have in front of you right now? Lethal Migraine. I saw that food image. I was talking about a Lethal Migraine just as I began. Thank you. And Jan, what are you guys having? Let me know, please. I'm not real hip on the hip. I am not real into the coffee that much. We have Café de la Olla, coffee from the pot. It's a style in the Latin world. And I used to make it very strong, so I didn't like it very much. Oh, nothing? Okay, what, do you have food or something before you? I made a pig. Oh, tea. Is there a particular flavor, Jan? I'm not a tea drinker because I think I was off tea because my mother drank the Lipton tea, the yellow box Lipton. Ugh. It wasn't even tea from the South or anything like that. So there you go, folks. There is our first thing. USAjobs.gov. Folks, there are a lot of opportunities right now, and it's the best place to go. Jasmine tea. Okay. Being a Star Trek fan, I would have thought maybe it was Earl Grey or something like that. And I apologize. I have the two cats around. One of them, is a fraidy cat, Canela or Cinnamon. She's the one that hasn't been tamed yet, cat. And I don't have a picture of her, but she's got the zoomies right now. And then I have Husker. I don't think you can see her. She's like down there behind that stuff. There's a chair. Oh, there's a chair. You can actually see the black chair right there. She's seated, so she's behind all that. She's a typical tabby, I believe. Black and white. Well, I guess green and white. Tabby. Oh, All right, let me see if I can show a picture from areas. Okay. That's her. That's Husker. The gray one is indoors right now. That's Ash. He's a gray cat. Yeah, you can't see it very well, and I apologize. It's the glare from the light. But yes, that's Husker. My daughter told me that she was boy, and we're like, okay, no problem. Husker, Commander Adama from Battlestar Galactica. We've already had a Starbuck and Apollo, so let's go with Husker. Several weeks later, Dad, Husker's female. Okay, we ain't changing the name. So here's the actual job listing. If she wants to come into Twitch, otherwise you can only see it right here on screen. But it's twitch.tv/NDB Media, and then you can find it over there as well. And the listing is open until January 6th. So that's cool. I appreciate that, Lethal Migraine. Thank you for sharing that. So thank you all. Jan, appreciate it. And Sammy. And Lethal Migraine, thanks for being on with me tonight. Lonely Hearts, maybe a little bit. And maybe we can work through some stuff together, share some good stories. I am a bit embarrassed. I got hit on today. It was rather strange, but it was funny. I don't know which one of the three did, but they were older Chinese ladies, and they were speaking in their language, obviously. And I have the Microsoft translator. And I introduced myself because it looked like they were lost, and I wanted to help them out. So it was so cool. Their translator was much better than mine. I was using the Microsoft one, and I'll show you the image of it. It's the icon on the one on the bottom right here, that one. It's called Translate or Translator. And it's that one. Whoops. Oh, it already opened up. Anyway, you can tell I have English to Cantonese. So while they were waiting for a ride, I just had a quick conversation because it looked like they were lost, and I directed them where they were going to go, and we struck up a conversation. And I'll get to that. Strike up a conversation, and then they were going to some event. It was around 6:00 this afternoon, so that was about almost 4 hours ago. And they were going to. They were a husband hunting. They're straight out. They were going to Almanzar Court in Alhambra, California, which is just east, slightly northerly to south of Pasadena, east of downtown LA. And they were on their way to some event, and they invited me to go along. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. You're looking for, I'm not the fourth wheel. This is 1, 2, 3. They were nice. They were really nice. But one of them asked me, and they said, are you married? I was like, yeah. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm still getting used to not having the ring on. I'm looking that way because I still think of the years. That's all. I don't have anything for her anymore. I don't have feelings anymore. She doesn't have feelings for me. So I just look back on the time. I don't hate her. I don't dislike her. I don't have evil feelings for her. How could I? I talked about her, that for 26 years she did everything for us. And she did it without question, without asking. She gave me 2 beautiful daughters. I am one of the luckiest individuals in the world. And yeah, it was very difficult. It was in 2019. It was October 2019, and it shows up on my Facebook. And the funny thing is, Lethal Migraine commented on that link. He says, what? What is this? Because I posted it on Facebook in the evening, and I said, I'm leaving this as a marker. And he's, why? Well, for me. and it was in early October. The baseball playoffs were going on, and it was a reminder when she said, "I want the divorce." So it was at that point, it was final. In the summer, she wanted a separation. I'm like, I'm not going to give you a separation so you can have a good time. And she asked me if I wanted to go to couples therapy, and I said no. And she said, I want a divorce then. Okay. A lot of people do not think, or they think I'm lying or I'm not true to myself. And I say, didn't you see it coming? No, I didn't. In 2019, I had my regular job. I'm a tax preparer, Uber driver, NDB Media, and I'm sure something else as well. So it happened. I didn't see it coming. I wasn't home to see it coming. But to answer your question, Jan, so can you speak? Yes. And it translates, or you have to type it and show it. I can speak into it as well as type, and then it will show them in whichever language, because it's Microsoft Translate. So it works with almost every language in the world. Theirs was awesome. She was speaking into it, and then she could read the text in Mandarin, but she could press the button, which maybe I have that, I don't know. But it spoke in flawless English, what she was telling me, which was neat. I'm like, yours is better than mine. Translator. And yeah. So how old do you think they were? What's that? Oh, the ladies. I'm a bad judge of age. When I was working at Thrifty Drug, which was bought out by Rite Aid, I am a bad judge of age. I've always been. And I was worried because they had those sting operations in California for alcohol and tobacco. I used to card everyone. I didn't care because I was going to lose my job. So, how old were they? Or actually, how young were they? Because, man, these three women were going out. They were not in their 30s, maybe middle to late 40s. They might have been in their 50s. I don't think so, but I'm a bad judge of age. I'm thinking about an answer, Jan. I think it's because before I had asked for counseling and stuff some years before, and she was not interested. I don't exactly remember what it was, but I wanted us to work on things years before, and she was not interested. And I think I was being petulant and immature. But I guess I just didn't want to. And now I'm past the regret. I've always said, well, why didn't I say yes? I mean, I think I'm an amenable person to do so. So, Jan, I don't know if I'm being as honest with you as I can. It's I don't know. It's difficult. It is difficult to formulate the answer. And I know it's coming across as in pieces and it looks bad. But I think I was a petulant child. You didn't want to before. Why would you now? And I think it's because of what was going on this summer where she'd asked for the separation. I know what was going on. And I didn't hate her for what was going on. Um, So when she asked for that, I just said no. I don't think I'll ever have an answer. I really don't. I think therapy is pretty worthless, but if she asked, I would say yeah, because you never know. Maybe a mediator could help. I had had a lot of difficulties because in 2009, a few people know I was assaulted at work by a drunk coworker, and that was my first real workplace injury. That took a long time to process and get through. And I dealt with a lot of counselors, and I think it was part of that that I wanted to make sure was working well, and she refused. She didn't want to be a part of it. So um, that was my first real workplace injury, and that one was terrible. That one was absolutely horrible, and that so I don't want to go down that road right now. I've talked about it in the past, and that one kind of sucks a little bit. But at the time, I wanted to work on things so that we could move forward, and she wasn't interested. So when she asked me, I was like, well, you weren't interested then. Why would all of a sudden be interested now? Again, a petulant child. I'm not justifying my answer. I don't have an answer. And I'll probably take it with me to the grave. And someone that I know very close to me asked me, why are you doing this? What do you mean? What am I doing? Oh, you mean on the network? Well, it's NDB Media. Yeah. But why are you doing what you're doing on Saturday night? Because I remember being on Blog Talk Radio, and I think I talked about this last week and the week before and the week before that, and the week before that, that there was a lot of stuff going on when it came to relationships. And I used to listen to them. But I was out of my league, guys. I was married at the time, and I thought happily, but boy, was I wrong. And they were really cool, the back and forth that was going on. Remember, that was just digital radio. So you only had the chat room and what you could hear. That was awesome. And in a way, I kind of would wish that this would become that way, that we could all learn from each other. I mean, we basically want the same thing or an understanding of the same thing. I want to treat people better. See, I stutter. See, I couldn't control it. I stutter. I have not admitted this to this audience, but I stutter. Lethal Migraine knows that I do. And here's a hint. When I feel it coming on, I begin to elongate my words. And it's a way that I'm able to control it. And being online is my way of keeping the stutter at bay. People do not believe that I stutter, but I've had one or two what I would consider breakdowns on air when it's bad and you can tell. So I just have moments where I jumble my way through words and stuff. But that's why I'm on air. And I enjoy doing this. I enjoy speaking to people and enjoy having a conversation with. If you guys want to join me, you know what to do. And if you don't, look, all you need is a phone, or if you're at a computer, you follow the links, the prompts, and you have to hit yes to the mic. You have to do that, but you don't have to say yes to the video. So if you guys want to be on, I have to let me know that's you, and you can come on in. No video required. And yeah, you're more than welcome. I'm here for a reason. I'm like that person that goes to the bar and stays at the bar, but I'm with no one. We all know through psychology that that's one of the loneliest people, but yet they want to be with people, but they're lonely. Maybe that's why I'm here. See, I can't even wink on that one. I'm going to take another hit of my cup of joe. Now, Jen, for your drink, do you use milk or sugar or honey? Do you add that to your tea? Just curious, because I think jasmine already has a bit of a flavor to it, but I'm curious. As someone that I know just said that they tried tea and they put milk in their tea and they didn't know that you could do that. I'm like, yeah. For me, it's a little bland, but I do like my cup of Joe. Usually, no. Okay. In my coffee, I use the creamers. I used to, when I was at a restaurant and I had a cup. This is a thicker. If it looks odd, it's a big cup. It's, I think, more than 16 ounces. It might be 18 or 20. So it's a good size cup. So if I were at a restaurant when I was much younger, I would get the sugar dispenser, the little thing with the little top and it just opens up. 1001, 1002, 1003. And then I would pull it. That was it. And I would have the white creamers. I know that was insensitive of me, but I would have the creamers in there. I'm stupid. And I would have flavor. Now I just put the flavored creamers and I'm down to, I used to put in 6 and I'm down to between 2 and 3. The toughest was going from 4 to 3 because I would put 4 on everything. But now I think I put 3 on this one only because it's a bigger cup. You can tell this is a non-presidential hand. I was always told these are piano hands or fingers. So see that as you will. I'm sorry. That is beyond rude, but that's stupid. So, like that. And I appreciate all of you commenting. It helps. It helps me as well. And hopefully I may be a calming voice or a nice voice, and maybe we all learn something together because the holidays are here. They're right around the corner. And I do have to admit that I was envious of those ladies because they were here and they were looking for husbands. Like, wow, I think it was a Chinese event. And wow, all 3 of them. And they did look nice. I got to hand it to them. They did. They were really cool. So I don't know if Lethal Migraine will allow me to show the food porn that he sent me. I think it would be kind of cool. Let me know, Lethal Migraine, if you don't mind. And I'm just going to show the image and you can tell us what it is. It looks good, dude. It really does. So I don't have a copy or I don't have an image of what I had because I already had it. But I'm going to let you know what they, yes, they are. They're here. They've only been here like 30 days. And they were pleasantly surprised by being here in the United States. They said everything they'd heard of the United States was negative. I said, really? That's not strange. We have the same thing over here. And it was a wonderful conversation that I had with all 3 of them. And it was really cool. I was flattered, but I mean, I didn't know did they want me to be their chaperone? I mean, yeah, right. I mean, what did they want? They asked me straight, would you go with us? After they said, we're looking for. They knew where they were going. They were, more power to them. Check this out. Lethal Migraine, would you tell us again? Or you know what? Hold on a minute. This is a dinner burrito supreme with adobada pork. Check this out. This is what I call food porn. A lot of people get offended and they get bent out of shape and they think I'm being dumb when I say these things. But look at that. Oh, man. That is awesome. So this is the burrito. That's guacamole, and you've got the pico de gallo stuff. I think a little bit of sour cream on there. It really looks good, buddy. I am into the food porn. Whenever I say whatever porn, whatever that is, I'm talking about the material. When I say Star Trek porn, I'm talking about Star Trek being my porn. And I used to joke about that. A lot of people misinterpreted that I was into Star Trek porn. And I didn't know that stuff existed. All power to the engines. Like, someone sent me a video of that, and yeah, it just did. Yeah. Not that it was the Star Trek porn that disgusted me. No. It was funny. So I have to measure what I say when it comes to that. So uh my I used to joke that she used to catch me watching porn. And what was my porn? Star Trek. See, that's the way I told the story. And other people misinterpreted it. Oh, he watches porn. Star Trek flavor. Yeah, no. I denied that it existed, and someone showed me a video that it does. Funnily enough, did I butcher English on that one? Funnily enough, I think I did. Lethal Migraine says my mom's cousin lived in China for 2 decades or so. He loves it there. He's on Chinese wife number 2. Ooh. Food Network makes a boatload of money off food porn. The world loves food. This is the week of food in the United States of America. As you know, when we do our sports program and other programs, Aisha is from the United Kingdom. And we were talking today about the holidays, that they don't really have a holiday right now, even though Lethal Migraine says they get a bank holiday every month. I'm like, hey, good for them. More power to them. This is nothing for them, the Thanksgiving week, and whereas it is in the United States. And I have to tell you that I'm going to miss spending time with families. That's the sad thing when divorces take place, is you lose the instant connection of the families. You don't lose contact. I don't think I'm going to lose contact, but it's not the same. Even when she asked for the divorce, it changed everything. I noticed that some of her cousins, aunts and uncles, they became standoffish to me. That was the difficult part. And then I try to think about it from their point of view. And I'm like, okay, yeah, they're probably getting pressure from other family members. So, dude, I've been wanting to go for a while. So I kind of got past that. But it still saddened me. Good or bad, their people, their family. Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry. It's one of those things. See, I'm not seated properly. And if I'm not seated properly, it really begins to hurt. So, is anyone thinking of joining me? I sent you guys a link. There it is again. You guys can come on in. Don't have to show your face. Just need to hear your voice. So, I am going to miss a lot of them. I can be an adult about it, but it's not them being adult about it. It's pressure from the family. And okay, what are you going to do? I guess not much, right? So, it's begun to rain. I can tell. Forgive me a moment. Yeah, it's the cats. Okay, the cats are making some of the noise, but as I was setting up today out here, it had begun to rain. So the cats were nowhere to be found, and I would whistle to them. And I hope I don't get them agitated, but I would do this. I know that's probably bad. I don't know how loud that is, but they respond. And after whistling about 6 or 7 times, they can hear me a long way. If the wind is right and if they're downwind, they can hear me probably 2 or 3 blocks over. And sometimes it takes them because they're hustling to get back. And it had just begun to rain. So I let Ash in, and Husker and Canela came in, or Husker and Cinnamon are in here right now. And too bad I can't show them. They're beautiful little animals. And Cinnamon, the wild one, she'll spend her time with me, even though I can't pet her or do anything like that. She'll be in the office right here, usually where Husker is seated right now. So I feel good that Canela, even though she's the fraidy cat, the wild cat, she stays in the garage. At first, I had to almost try to trap her. I know, a cat. Okay, I have to be careful when I say things on air. But I would try to trap her in the garage so that she would at least be indoors. And it's a little windy right now, and I don't feel the wind in here at the moment. But if it gets 50, 60 miles an hour, yeah, some of the wind will penetrate. But I'm happy that she's in here as opposed to being outside where it's super cold. And I know Lethal Migraine's going to laugh at me right now, and probably Jan will as well. And Sammy, because she's further up north, I believe. It's 55 degrees right now. It's going to get down to about 40. What? Let me see. What does the weather say that it's going to be? Someone's right outside the garage. Because the alley is right next to the garage. They're having a conversation. It's a little strange, that's all. It's okay. I guess they can't hear me. But you can see the garage door right there. See it? Those are like styrofoam thingies in the metal garage door. You can see the rail there. You see, there's the rail right there for the garage door. There it is. Oh, there. So, yeah, the garage door hasn't been open in over 10 years. We use that plasticky or that rubber seal so that the wind won't come in. And it for the most part, works. But let me see. That's why I have no plan on ever getting married. I don't want to be an adult. Was 39 this evening. I was working outside. I enjoyed it. Let me see what the weather is right now. I know I'm a ferret on caffeine. I'm all over the place. It is 56 degrees right now, and it's going to get to what? An overnight low of what? Come on. Where's the low? 53? It was 40. It was 40 some degrees this morning. It was cold. I had the big gray jacket. See, I have my big gray jacket on. Oh, this is the jacket. When I went out with my high school sweetheart, this jacket was at Target. And we went to Target down somewhere in Orange County in 2021 or 2022. And she could be a little bit of a flirt. And I told her that I was in the market for a jacket. I really love this jacket. And I even made a joke of this jacket, that it was really cool. It's got some zippers and stuff, right? You can see it. And it only has like one zipper. But I said, "Ooh, I like that jacket." She goes, "Really?" And she started looking at the jacket, and she started, playing with the big zipper right here, and then the one this pocket, and there was another zipper, and right there at Target, she's just like starting to play with the jacket. I was like, "Can I at least put that on, please?" I can be stupid. So I told my coworkers about this jacket. I didn't buy it. I drove back the next week to buy that same jacket, and I've had it ever since. It's really good. It's an all-weather jacket. I took this jacket up to Alaska with me, and it worked real well. But I'm wearing a pullover right now, but all I'm wearing is a black T-shirt underneath. So I never really was into the pullovers. I preferred the ones that had the zippers, I suppose. That was the cats. They're screwing around. They've got the zoomies. Actually, only one of them. Ganella has the zoomies right now. She's getting on my nerves a little bit. It's current. I'm sorry. Sorry. I didn't want to cough into the mic. It's currently 32 here. The Weather Channel says it may snow in the next hour. Wow. No, we just got a little bit of rain. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to get very cold. Overnight, we're looking at what? That's wrong. It's going to get to 53, but there's a 14% chance overnight of rain. So go figure. Do you hear that? That's Canela. What are you doing? For all I know, she's chasing down another lizard. Who knows? As I have found 3 lizards in the garage over the last 3 days. I posted that on Facebook, and I said either she's bragging about being a hunter and she's telling me that I'm worthless, or she's just bragging. Either she's a good hunter and she's saying, here you are, or like, dude, you need to get better at hunting. Look, here's some food for you. So I don't know which one it is. I don't know. I don't know which one it is. I don't think I have a picture of them right now. I thought I did. But she left me 2 lizards, or 3 lizards. God, I'm all over the place, man. Do I have them? Oh, yeah. There's one, the floor of the garage. And there's the other one. And I know you can't tell very well because it's a little bright on that side of the image, but their entrails are out. So they were already going to town on that one. So that was earlier this week. I guess I'm a lousy hunter. And I'm like, yeah, but you live in this household and I feed you. So I don't know. It's taking me forever to get going, and I'm so sorry, but this is during the holidays. Oh, hi, Canela. She's right there. She's over where we have chairs on the other side of my desk right here. Yeah, she's got the Zoomies, poor thing. So, but she's indoors. She's not cold. She's not freezing. I feel good. So, how do you handle the holidays? Let's ask Google the question. How much do I know about internet advertising? That you can pay for it and it costs money. I mean, I know a little bit, but not too much. I have purchased internet advertising, or I've purchased advertising on the internet before, so I don't know other than my experience. But how do you handle dating during the holidays? "17 tips." This is Talkify matchmaking. So here's the link. If you want to go ahead and follow along. Let me post it in the chat room. Let's see what it says. I didn't verify this prior to. So I'm going to leave it there for a moment. 17 tips if you're dating someone new during the holidays. Well, that's already if you already are. I was curious how it works. I was watching the Edmonton Oilers, New York Rangers, watching the Oilers video feed, but got local commercials. I want to know how that happens. Oh, that could be through the cable service, or you'd probably contact the entity. Like, I know theaters advertise locally. You just call the number at the theater and they'll advertise for you. So it's contacting the entity that's actually doing the transmitting, stuff like that. 17 tips. Be upfront about the holiday situation. Fill your social calendar as much as you want. Number 3, take advantage of seasonal festivities for date ideas. Number 4, pick a non-holiday for your first date. Attend a festive party together. Consider meeting each other's families in a casual way. Be an awesome guest. Well, yeah, duh. Don't overindulge. Yes, some people. Oh my goodness. Don't stress if you're not their plus one. Excuse the cheesiness. Enjoy the fun of starting a new potential relationship during this time of year. Avoid following into the snow globing trap. Not sure what that one is. Discuss the gift giving situation. Learn about and participate in each other's traditions. Yes, that is important. Wear the color red. Keep the lines of communication open and give each other space. Let's take a look at number 12. Avoid falling into the snow globing trap. That said, feeling lonely during the holidays can sometimes cause people to accelerate the trajectory of a relationship or fall prey to snow globing, where a person appears to want to become more serious with you only to cool things off when the holidays come to a close. While you don't need to overthink every move or continually question someone's motives, do pay attention to red and yellow flags. I'm colorblind. If they're pushing you to meet their family, even when you said you're not ready, or they're always orchestrating sweet moments with you so that you can create envy-inducing Instagram content, they may be snow globing you. Not sure if I understand that then. I'm going to have to look up snow globing. Snow globe definition. Let's look up snow globing definition. Oh my goodness. It's not working. A toy or ornament consisting of a model or scene in liquid containing what white particles that, when shaken, mimic a snowstorm. Okay, I might be able to infer what it means. Because looking up snow globing doesn't. There's that website, Urban Dictionary. There it is. Yeah, I remember when Urban Dictionary was banned in my workplace. That was funny. Snow globing. Wow. I'm putting it in as one word. Snow globing. Okay. That's not. Okay, Urban Dictionary has a whole different definition. I'm not even going to bother to get into it right here. Oh, it's of a puerile sexual nature. Yeah, it's actually an act. I didn't know, and I apologize. I really did not know that. Uh, just learned something. This article goes back to 2022, and it uses that phrase "snow globing," and it's the way it's used in this article. And if you have the link and you see it, it's even underlined and in quotation marks. Don't this irritate you when they do that? It irritates me. That's not right. It doesn't match what's in Urban Dictionary. So let me do a general search because it's not one word, it's two words. You go straight to the internet. Okay. Snow globing and dating refers to when someone acts intensely interested and invested in a relation during the holiday season, creating the illusion of a deeper connection that actually exists, only to withdraw or ghost the other person once the holidays are over. Okay. All right, I get it. So you're telling me that I should go up to a woman and say, holidays suck, date me and take away the loneliness. That's funny. I like that. That would work. I used to kid years ago before I got married. As just cut the crap. It's like, this is what I want. Is that what you want? Let's make it happen. I mean, I get close to that. I met her in August. I think it was the first week of August of 1992. I asked her. I asked to go on a date that weekend on a Saturday, I think it was. The week after that, we were dating, officially a couple. And then on September 11th, 1992, I asked her to marry me. And then October 31st, I asked, our families officially asked for her hand. And her mother was in Mexico. She wasn't here. So my parents and I got together with her aunt and uncle she was staying with. And we went out on October 31st, Halloween. Go figure. Wow. That was funny. And we were married June 12th, the following year. 26 years. Ended at 26 and officially at 31. Legally at 31. Yeah. 2024 is 31 years. Wow. That was a long time. I beat my parents by 1 year. Wow. Wow, I didn't think about that. Let me make sure I did the math on that correct. 1959. When did it end? 1995? Oh, no. I didn't beat them. I think they went 36 years. Ugh, damn. Wow. Congratulations, dude. Congratulations. I've seen some of the pictures that you post on Facebook with your family. Dude, it's really good. They look good. And, yeah. Oh, there goes the cat again. So as old as the tips, but that's if you're already dating someone. I did ask someone out this week, which I didn't mention earlier. It wasn't at the workplace, as I talked about it. You shouldn't really ask someone while they're working. It's not fair. They're stuck there. They have no option. I don't know if I mentioned it last time, but I was talking to someone else and I'd said that you could leave a message with a tip or something like that. And you could leave your business card. I thought it was a tad presumptuous to leave a business card, but it depends on the type of business card. If it has your contact info and the name of the business, that's kind of cool. My business cards never had a title, never any. It just had my name, my contact info, and my website. That was it. There was an email. Do I have a fax number on there? I don't think I do. Website did. I think I have a fax on the website. But anyway, I don't do. Do I have a title on them? Oh, sorry. No, just my name, contact, email, address, and website. That's it. And the backside, it's got the website, which is kind of cool. Lethal Migraine says, my family never divorces. Challenge accepted. Oh. I don't know how many years both of my grandparents. Oh no, my grandfather on my paternal grandfather, his ended fairly quick. My grandmother and him, obviously, that one didn't go very long. I don't know how many years it was. I think they got divorced, but I don't know. My father divorced my mother in 95, 96, somewhere around there. So it was 36 or 37 years that they were married together. And mine was 31. Not necessarily proud of it, just is what it is. I just think it's an investment. But you see, that's the financial guy in me looking at the money stuff. So, I don't know. I did ask, and she might have been a little bit on the young side. What I think is young is anything younger than me. She might have been in her late 30s, early 40s, but I'm a bad judge of age. So she seemed a bit worldly, and she was very nice. And I did introduce myself, and I ugh, did leave my business card. No call, no nothing. But that was on. Oh my god, that was on Tuesday. I apologize. It's been painful. Actually, it's painful all the time. So. Well, that's funny. You should make business cards that say Matt Alvarez, Oakland A's fan club president, and put his phone number and then hand them out to everyone you come across. That's funny. I spoke to Matt today after the program, and I'm really happy that he's doing better. And he is. He's doing better. He's home. He's been home since Thursday, I think. It's really happy for him. I've been listening to everyone and their comments here about needing to take the initiative and to do it, and I did it. I did it this week. Took a lot of nerve, but I still went ahead and did it. And I'm going to continue to do so. It's a numbers game, right? We've talked about that in other episodes. So I am looking for someone to have a conversation with, to maybe have likes, similar likes, and yeah, hopefully someone that I can mesh with. It's not a very high demand. I think it's just something simple. Age is hard. Old people look young and young people look old. You never know anymore. That's right. It is very difficult. Got to get out there. You do. And I've been listening to your comments here, and I myself have been doing it. And I'm going to just keep on going. If I'm told no, though, I'm not going to say that there's only so much time in the world, but I'm looking for someone to have a conversation with right now. That's the reality. And I'm really kind of open, which is kind of cool, kind of neat. I know, to put this out there, it's kind of like, eesh. But you'll learn a bit of who I am and what I am. And in that, you'll know. There won't be an issue, I suppose. So I have to say that I will be on next week, next Saturday again. Actually, no, wait a minute. we may have family over, or I may be visiting with family. I don't know. I may not be able to. Yeah, well, you know what? I don't know. I think Saturday may be a no go. I'll have to say. But I'm going to continue with this program for a while, and that's going to go into the new year. Then I may take some time off because of some changes that may be happening in my life. I may be moving. I may become transnational. I don't know. Meaning, I may be living in another country. I'm really looking at that seriously. And I'm looking. I am. I don't know where yet. I don't know, but I want to go somewhere, have it set up. As we have plans, we're looking at doing, and when I say we, I'm talking about me and my daughters at this point. Um, I'm looking to put down roots in a new community. So I don't think I want to stay around here anymore. It's too hot in Pomona. But I'm going to be moving to a place that might be hotter. Go figure. Or I go to the Mediterranean. Well, if I'm going to go somewhere in Europe, it would probably be Spain, not necessarily Portugal. I don't know Portuguese. It's similar, it's you've got words and you could pick it up if you're a Latin person. You can pick it up quicker than not. I don't want to do that. But I am interested in going to Spain and checking it out. I understand that you can live very well on $2,000 a month. That's not a lot. So I'm I'm gonna check it out. I don't know when, but if anything, I'm probably gonna head south next year, and that could be Mexico. I don't think I want to go to the Central American countries. Maybe to visit, but no, I want to go further south. I don't want to go to Venezuela because of the situation there. That's not good. But and Colombia, obviously, no. But moving further down, Ecuador, Peru, maybe the Suriname, those three nations, north of Brazil, east of Venezuela, maybe somewhere around there. Uh, but one of them is French. So I don't know. Peru is interesting. Chile's interesting. And of course, I have my eye on Argentina. I like Seattle, dude. I really did. I can't say no to that. Americans seem to thrive in Costa Rica. The women in Colombia are such beautiful ladies. Yes, there are many. I'm looking to go to a place where right now I can get the biggest bang for the buck. And I don't mean as in the red light district. I mean, right now when I can really move around, do stuff, I want to check out the different climes and I want to see where they are. Dude, check beachfront properties in Ecuador, man. Okay, check it out. If you do a search, how much to rent a beach house in Ecuador? $800. Can you imagine that? $800 a month. That's crazy. I remember when it was 500. Oh, here it is. Condos for rent in Ecuador. Coastal Highland and more, 650 a month. Wow. That's crazy. They do have. Oh, I was looking to see what the most expensive is. San Jose, $3,800 a month to rent. San Diego, 3228. Now, by the way, a little bit of trivia. San Diego is the first city, like a large metropolitan area, that the average home price or the median, I forget, oh man, is $1 million. That's crazy. See, I don't know about Africa, and I imagine so. And there's a lot of places to go. I do want to get out there as well. San Francisco's 3,183. San Diego is 3,228. Los Angeles, Long Beach, Anaheim is 2,848. Yeah. France. What? A two-room apartment in 23 costs an average of 555 euros. What? That's crazy. How much does it cost to rent a place in Panama? From $600 to $1,000 for a one bedroom. Two bedroom, 800 to 1,500 per month. Jeez, that's kind of getting into here. Yeah, that's crazy. Um, I do want to say that I apologize. I'm really having a hard time now. Um, Today is turning out to not be a good evening. Um, it's really, really painful right now, and most of the time, it's becoming unbearable. Where I can't even move my neck left and right. Yeah, tonight's not a good night. Um, I'm gonna post. Oh wait, Twin Cities. It's one of the most affordable areas in the country, and my one bedroom is $1,225 a month. See, the problem is we're renting a home right here, and it's 2,000 a month. It's a three-bedroom, two bath. When we moved in here, it was $1,600 a month, way overpriced. Now the rents here, I mean, it's crazy. I think they're close to 3,000 now. It's absolutely crazy. I got in when it was cheaper. Or well, no, it was more expensive when I. Let me see. Check my area code. A one bedroom. Oh yeah, look at that. I thought so. A three bedroom apartment is $3,400 in this area. Wow. I'm paying 2,000. A townhouse, two bedroom, two bath is 3,000. And I'm living in a home. That's the one good thing about it. The rents here are just unfathomable. And everything that's available as an apartment, there's oh, I know where that place is. That's 3,300 a month for two bedrooms. 3,350 for a three bedroom. Wow. And that's an apartment. I mean, it does look nice. I mean, it really does. But it's an apartment. I lived in an apartment for a year and a half. Most unhappiest time of my life. Does look nice, but geez, it's $3,300. That's crazy. That's crazy. But there's a lot of construction where I'm right next to the Claremont colleges. So the demand is automatically higher because of all the kids that go to all the different colleges right here. That's number one. And when you look on Zillow, you can see apartments in the $4,000 range. That is absolutely oh, it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,600 square foot house for rent. $3,960 a month. Wow. And I'm a 3 and 2, and I'm paying $2,000. Wow. Yep, I know where that is. Oh my God, that's not even. Well, yeah. I passed by this. I know where that house is. Jeez. That's a lot. 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2 full bathrooms, laundry hookups, washer and hookup. Features all bedrooms down, has fireplace. Interesting. Total value is $1597. Has central air, which is what we have as well. Exterior features all bedrooms down, backyard, family room, in-ground lawn. In-ground lawn, park, pets. Pets, no. Private, view type, none. Washer, hookup. Has private pool? Yes. Has view. Oh, that's why it's got a pool. Okay. Yeah. And it's fairly close to a park. And it's in a cul-de-sac. Okay. Yeah. It is very walkable. A street over. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff available. Transit, bike score, it's getting better, yes. There's a school right around the corner. Yeah, but I'm not looking for any of that stuff. That's why I want to go somewhere else. And the opportunities are going to happen real soon. But I am going to beg out, guys. I am a little more tired than I was expecting. And next really giving me it's giving me a hard time right now. So I want to thank everyone for stopping in, and I appreciate your comments. Lethal Migraine, thank you. Jan Brady, thank you. Sammy Heff, thank you. And everyone else who is watching, I do appreciate it. Thank you. Guys, please comment some more next time. And we'll see. But right now, it's a little on the tired side. I'm pretty much done now. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be on next week because it's a holiday weekend. But please check out ndbmedia.net, which you see at the bottom. And you can, check out everything that's going on the network. There's a lot of stuff. So remember, it's all live. And then it's available as a podcast after we're done. So go figure. Thank you guys. Thanks for spending time with me today. And I'm going to call it early today. So have fun. I hope you have a great time for the holidays. And we'll talk with you guys again real soon. I hope to be rid of this for the holidays. It'll hopefully be a bit younger. We'll see. Don't like the color right now. I'm a little bothered because this stuff is growing out. But I thank you guys. Appreciate you. And we'll see you guys on the other side. Thanks for stopping in.